The most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. And in fact, the relationship you have with yourself will predict every other relationship you have. Its success, its ability to be healthy, its ability to make good boundaries, and everything else. I could go down a line and basically talk to you about your life and your values and predict what kind of relationship you'd have with another person. One of the areas most people get into trouble with, personally and in the relationship, is telling the truth. Honesty is the most important quality as far as creating trust in a relationship with others and with yourself. And so if you probably grew up in a family where your parents talked about honesty all the time. But until you experience and you actually make your life about being a truly honest person, will you find the freedom actually of being truly authentic in your life. I'm going to give you a list of reasons I believe that being honest is so important, not only in your relationship, but even more so within yourself. First of all, it validates your real self. When you're honest, you are telling and showing the world who you really are. It takes guts, it takes bravery, because there's a vulnerability when you're completely honest, because you're appearing as you are, flaws and all. Secondly, it shows you practice self-awareness. When you're honest, you are aware of what you're saying and of what you're doing. Basically, it's a constant mirror of who you are, and does it match what you say you are? And I think people who make their life about being transparent, about being honest, are really incredibly self-aware. And if you're self-aware, you can almost partner with anyone, because no matter who you work with, who you live with, who you love, if you're aware of your part, then there's a natural inclination to accept responsibility for the behaviors you're in control of. Thirdly, you avoid having to keep a story straight. If you're dishonest, then many times you tell one person one thing, another person another thing, and you forget what you said. And sometimes when you come back and you tell them the same story, you'll tell it completely different. And that's because you're trying to remember the untruth you told. When you're honest, there is no other story. The story is the truth. It stands on its own. It's honest. When people tell their story and it's honest, it stands up in any court, it stands up for an alibi in any situation, and your partner can rely on you. And that's what is helping build the trust in a relationship. Number 4, you deal with your problems head on instead of saving them for later. Honest people, because they're self-aware, they identify the issues right away. And so what ends up happening is, because they see them, they don't deny them, they deal with them. And they're able to take it in small steps, because when you're self-aware, you automatically are also kind of preparing yourself for, how am I going to tackle this? So it's a much more effective and efficient way of dealing with personal struggles as well as relationship struggles, because you're not sweeping important stuff under the rug or denying that it's there. Next, you get what you want. When you're honest and you tell the truth, basically what you say you're going to do, you're going to do. And in life, yes, there are detours, and we all get them, and they get us all shocked, and we don't expect them. But when you're honest, you can accept the detour, and you can say, well, this is going to prevent me from my goal. Like, I'm still going to do what I said I would do. I'm still going to get what I want. And lastly, you show your partner respect. When you're honest with yourself or in a relationship, you're honest with your truth. You tell your partner the truth, even if it's not something that's going to please them. You're telling them, I respect you and I trust you with my truth. When you go to another person like that, They identify that as being emotionally mature. They may not like what you said, but they will be grateful and respectful that they are with someone they can count on to be honest and truthful. These are all reasons that I preach being transparent, honest, and real about who you are. Avoid lies. The minute you tell one lie, I can't trust you not to tell more. There's no such thing as one little lie. Basically, a lie is a lie. Tell the truth. It's always going to benefit the relationship and your personal self in the end.